What is good, YouTube? Matty Dubs back here with another video, guys, and we have some breaking news in the NFL coming out of Cleveland. As we all know, yesterday a bunch of guys were cut, released, waived, and today there's a lot of guys being claimed. And for example, Tom Pelissero and Cameron Justice have reported that the Browns have claimed former Chiefs corner Kahlef Hailassie. He is on his way to the Browns. I don't know if I said that completely correctly. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section down below. But he is on his way to the Browns. The former DB, he played for Oregon and Western Kentucky. But he is on his way to the Browns. Now, before we jump into the video and talk a little bit more about what he's going to bring to this team next season, make sure you guys do me a huge favor by smashing the like button. It helps the channel so much. And getting the video out to more Browns fans. But also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm going to be covering everything Browns related, just NFL related. I got you guys covered. Signings, trades, regular season, and I'm going to be streaming some Browns games as well. So make sure you guys join the family. And also check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. If you guys play fantasy football but hate going through roster management and starting sitting players and cutting people and signing, if you don't want to go through that, you don't have to. With Underdog Fantasy, there's a thing called Best Ball League. You draft a team, a starting lineup, a bench, and they do everything for you. They're going to play your best players every single week. You can draft a team, come back, 16 weeks later, and you may have won some money. So it's really fun. It's, takes all the stress away from fantasy football and makes things exciting. So check out Underdog Fantasy. Use my code in the description, and I actually have a league open right now. 2 spots available. If you guys want in, comment down below saying you signed up and you want in, and I got you guys with the invite. Now let's get into the video. So he did play 4 seasons in college, 2 with Oregon, 2 with Western Kentucky, and he really didn't start to break out until he played at Western Kentucky. In 2021, he had 58 tackles, 5 pass deflections, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions, and then going on to his last season, 63 tackles, 43 solo, 10 pass deflections, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 2 interceptions as well. Was just really, really reliable with his time in Western Kentucky. But the reason why I like this signing the most here for Cleveland is when you look at their depth chart right now, they have a bunch of guys here that can not only help him develop, but he adds depth. You have Martin Emerson, the former 3rd-round pick. You have Denzel Ward, who is amazing. Greg Newsome, another 1st-round pick. Cameron Mitchell, and then after that, it gets a little bit dicey. Mike Ford from Atlanta, he's a pretty good corner. We'll see how he does. AJ Green, again, they have high hopes for him, but they needed another guy in here to at least develop, and this is a rookie. This is a guy who's going to come in here and maybe not make a difference from year 1, but he has so many guys that he can learn from in terms of Denzel Ward and Juan Thornhill and Rodney McLeod and Mike Ford, and a bunch of guys that are coming in here that can just help him or mold him into the player that we know he can be. So a guy that was really good at Western Kentucky, was obviously a highly recruited coming out of high school to Oregon. Didn't play too much, but then really starred at Western Kentucky. I think he signed with the Kansas City Chiefs as an undrafted free agent. Played pretty well at times. Didn't do good enough to make the roster. They had some other guys that were really playing, really well. So I think the Browns saw or liked what they've seen from him throughout preseason and training camp and said, you know what, let's sign him to our roster. That's exactly what they do. So I'm not going to say this is going to move the needle, but it's definitely a low-risk potential. Nice reward here for the Browns as they sign, Kahlef Hailassie. So hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Today's video is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.